First contact and galactic upheaval. The vastness of space had always called to humanity. For centuries, we gazed at the stars, wondering what secrets they held. Little did we know that our first step beyond our solar system would plunge us into a war that would decide the fate of the galaxy. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the ESS Pathfinder, Earth's first faster-than-light capable ship. The excitement among her crew was palpable as they prepared for their maiden voyage beyond the solar system. "All systems go," Captain, reported Lieutenant Marcus Rodriguez, his fingers dancing across the helm controls. "FTL drive is primed and ready." Sarah took a deep breath, savoring the moment. "Let's make history, people. Engage FTL drive." The stars outside the viewscreen blurred into streaks of light as the Pathfinder leaped into the unknown. Seconds later, they emerged in a new star system, triumphant cheers echoing throughout the ship. Their celebration was short-lived. "Captain, I'm detecting multiple unknown signatures approaching rapidly," called out Ensign Yuki Tanaka from the sensor station, her voice tight with alarm. Before Sarah could respond, a massive ship materialized before them, dwarfing the Pathfinder. Its sleek, crystalline structure pulsed with an otherworldly energy. A beam of light engulfed the bridge, and a holographic figure appeared, tall, ethereal, with eyes that seemed to contain galaxies. "I am Ambassador Zorax of the Galactic Conclave," the being announced, its voice resonating in their minds rather than their ears. "Your presence here violates numerous interstellar treaties. Prepare to be boarded and your technology confiscated." Sarah's mind raced. This was first contact, and it was going horribly wrong. But she refused to let humanity's first step into the galactic community end in submission. "Ambassador Zorax," she said, stepping forward, chin raised defiantly. "I am Captain Sarah Chen of Earth. We come in peace, seeking friendship and knowledge. We were unaware of any treaties, as we've only just achieved faster-than-light travel. Surely, there must be a peaceful resolution to this misunderstanding." Zorax's eyes narrowed. Impossible. No species progresses from primitive spaceflight to FTL capabilities so quickly. You must have had outside assistance, which is forbidden. As tensions rose on the bridge, Dr. Elias Reyes, the ship's chief scientist, approached Sarah. "Captain," he whispered, "I've been analyzing their ship. Their technology is incredible, but there's something odd about their energy readings. It's almost as if—" He never finished his sentence. A blinding flash erupted from the alien vessel, and alarms blared throughout the Pathfinder. "We're being pulled in by some kind of tractor beam," Rodriguez shouted, fighting with the controls. Sarah gripped her command chair. "All hands, brace for impact. Reyes, whatever you found, figure it out fast. It might be our only chance." As the Pathfinder was dragged towards the massive alien ship, chaos erupted across the bridge. Systems flickered, and the hull groaned under the strain of the tractor beam. In the midst of the mayhem, Reyes worked furiously at his console, muttering to himself. Suddenly, his eyes widened. "Captain, their technology, it's not just advanced, it's fundamentally different. They're using some kind of quantum entanglement for propulsion and weapons, but it's making them vulnerable to certain types of radiation from our older tech." Sarah's mind raced with the implications. "Can we use that?" Reyes nodded frantically. "If we overload our old-style nuclear reactor and vent the plasma directly at them, it might disrupt their systems long enough for us to escape." It was a desperate plan, but they were out of options. "Do it," Sarah ordered. As the alien ship loomed ever closer, Reyes rerouted power to the reactor. The Pathfinder shuddered, systems redlining across the board. "Now," Sarah shouted. A stream of superheated plasma erupted from the Pathfinder, engulfing the alien vessel. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, miraculously, the tractor beam flickered and died. "We're free," Rodriguez exclaimed. "FTL drive is back online." Sarah didn't hesitate. "Get us out of here, maximum speed." The Pathfinder leaped away, leaving the disabled alien ship behind. As they raced back towards Earth, Sarah knew that everything had changed. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger, more dangerous universe than they could have ever imagined. Back on Earth, Sarah's report sent shockwaves through the global community. The existence of advanced alien civilizations was now an undeniable reality, as was the threat they posed. In the months that followed, humanity united as never before. Resources poured into space exploration and defense. The lessons learned from the encounter with the Galactic Conclave drove innovation at an unprecedented pace. Dr. Reyes led a team of scientists in reverse engineering the scans they'd taken of the alien ship. Their discoveries revolutionized human understanding of physics and paved the way for new technologies that merged humanity's primitive ingenuity with glimpses of advanced alien science. Meanwhile, Captain Chen found herself at the center of a diplomatic and military whirlwind. As Earth's first representative to make alien contact, her insights were invaluable. She worked closely with military strategists to develop tactics that could give humanity a fighting chance against vastly superior technology. But it wasn't just about defense. Sarah argued passionately for a proactive approach. "We can't just hide and hope they leave us alone," she told the newly formed Earth Defense Council. "We need to reach out, find allies. There must be other species out there who don't agree with the Conclave's policies." Her arguments won out, and soon, a fleet of new ships was under construction. Faster, more advanced, and armed with hybrid human-alien technology, these vessels would carry Earth's best and brightest out into the stars. As the first of these ships, the ESS Prometheus, prepared for launch, Sarah stood once again on a bridge, this time as Admiral of Earth's fledgling navy. Looking out at the assembled fleet, she felt a mix of pride and trepidation. Humanity had been thrust onto the galactic stage, ready or not. They were untested, outgunned, and facing enemies they barely understood. But they had something the Galactic Conclave didn't expect: the indomitable human spirit, forged over millennia of overcoming impossible odds. As the fleet engaged its FTL drives, preparing to venture out into the unknown, Sarah Chen uttered the words that would come to define humanity's entrance onto the galactic stage. "We come seeking friendship, but ready for war. We are humanity, and we will not go quietly into the night." The universe trembled as the upstart humans joined the galactic conflict, unaware that their arrival would change the course of cosmic history forever. Human ingenuity unleashed. The quantum-powered engines of the ESS Prometheus hummed with barely contained energy as the ship dropped out of FTL on the edge of an uncharted star system. Admiral Sarah Chen stood on the bridge, her eyes fixed on the holographic display showing a strange, pulsating anomaly. "What are we looking at, Dr. Reyes?" she asked, her voice tinged with a mix of curiosity and apprehension. The chief scientist manipulated the display, zooming in on the phenomenon. "It appears to be some kind of artificial construct, Admiral. A Dyson swarm, if I'm not mistaken. But its energy signature is off. It's like nothing we've ever encountered." As the crew marveled at the sight, a transmission crackled through the ship's comms. The alien language was incomprehensible at first, but the ship's AI quickly began to decipher it. "Stay away. Trap. Harvesters." Before anyone could react, a massive portal tore open in space. From it emerged a nightmarish fleet of biomechanical ships, their hulls writhing with what looked like living circuitry. "Harvesters," Sarah shouted, recognizing the threat from intelligence gathered during their early explorations. "Battle stations. All hands prepare for combat." The Prometheus shuddered as the first salvo from the harvester ships impacted their shields. But instead of buckling under the assault, the hybrid human-alien defenses held firm. "Return fire," Sarah ordered. "Let's show these cosmic parasites what humanity can do." The Prometheus's main guns, reverse-engineered from Conclave technology and enhanced with human innovation, roared to life. Beams of concentrated quantum energy lanced out, tearing through the nearest harvester vessel like paper. As the battle raged, Dr. Reyes worked furiously at his console. "Admiral," he called out, excitement evident in his voice despite the chaos. "I think I've figured out their weakness. The harvesters, they're a hive mind. If we can disrupt their central network..." Sarah nodded, understanding immediately. "We could take out the entire fleet at once. But how?" Reyes grinned, the kind of grin that had preceded some of humanity's greatest leaps forward. "Remember that primitive tech that saved us from the conclave? I think it's time for humanity's greatest hits, Remix Edition." What followed was a symphony of human ingenuity. The Prometheus unleashed a barrage of attacks that defied conventional space warfare. Repurposed mining lasers cut through harvester armor. Improvised electromagnetic pulses scrambled their biocircuits. And in a move that would be talked about for generations, they launched a swarm of miniaturized satellites that broadcast an old Earth novelty, the Rickroll, on all frequencies, overwhelming the harvesters' communication networks. As the alien fleet fell into disarray, Sarah realized this was their chance. "All power to the main gun," she commanded. "Let's end this." The Prometheus's bows split open, revealing a massive cannon that began to glow with unearthly energy. It was the culmination of human and alien tech, powered by the same principles that drove stars. With a flash that momentarily outshone the system's sun, the stellar lance fired. The beam cut through space, striking the heart of the harvester fleet. For a moment, everything seemed to stand still. Then, in a cascade of explosions, the entire enemy armada began to disintegrate. As the last harvester ship winked out of existence, a cheer went up on the Prometheus's bridge. They had done it. Humanity had faced one of the galaxy's greatest threats and emerged victorious. But their celebration was short-lived. From the Dyson swarm, new signals emerged. Hundreds, then thousands of alien ships began to appear. Sarah tensed, preparing for another fight. Then a new transmission came through, this time in clear, albeit accented, English. "Greetings, warriors of Earth," a melodious voice announced. "We are the Aetheri, custodians of this sector. We have watched your battle with great interest. Never before have we seen such unorthodox tactics employed with such effectiveness." A holographic figure materialized on the bridge, a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting like a living aurora borealis. "For eons, we have stood guard against the harvester threat, believing ourselves to be the galaxy's last hope. But now we see that the universe has blessed us with new allies." Sarah stepped forward, her posture straight and proud. "We come seeking friendship and knowledge," she said, echoing her words from that first fateful encounter. "But we will fight to defend ourselves and others if we must." The Aetheri emissary's form pulsed with what seemed like approval. "Then let this day mark the beginning of a new era. The Galactic Conclave's monopoly on power is over. With humanity's ingenuity and our ancient wisdom combined, we shall forge a new path for all sentient life." As agreements were made and information exchanged, Sarah couldn't help but feel a sense of awe. In the span of a few years, humanity had gone from a species confined to one world to a major player on the galactic stage. Looking out at the star-studded expanse of space, Sarah Chen smiled. The universe was vast and full of wonders, but also dangers beyond imagination. Yet she knew with unwavering certainty that whatever challenges lay ahead, humanity would face them head-on. For they were no longer just explorers or survivors. They were innovators, warriors, and now the spark that would ignite a cosmic revolution. The galaxy would never be the same again. Cosmic chess, humanity's gambit. The galactic core pulsed with an eerie light, its usual brilliance dimmed by the swarm of harvester ships that engulfed entire star systems. Admiral Sarah Chen stood before a holographic war table aboard the newly christened Earth flagship, the ESS Singularity. Around her, a diverse council of alien races debated strategy, their translated voices creating a cacophony concern, and determination. "The harvesters have pushed us back to the Orion Arm," growled Krothak, the insectoid strategist of the Hive Collective. "Another month, and they'll be at Earth's doorstep." Sarah's eyes narrowed as she studied the tactical display. "Then we change the game," she declared, her voice cutting through the noise. "It's time for Operation Cosmic Chess." The chamber fell silent, all eyes turning to the human admiral. Even the ethery representative, a being of pure energy, seemed to flicker with curiosity. Sarah manipulated the hologram, zooming in on a particular sector. "We've been fighting the harvesters on their terms, reacting to their moves. But what if we could predict those moves? Better yet, what if we could control them?" Dr. Elias Reyes stepped forward, holding what looked like a small, pulsating crystal. "Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary sentients," he announced with a flourish, "I give you the Quantum Entanglement Manipulator, or QEM." The crystal floated from his hand, expanding into a complex, multi-dimensional diagram. "By tapping into the underlying quantum fabric of the universe, we can create a network of entangled particles. Properly configured, this network will allow us to influence probability itself." Murmurs of disbelief and excitement rippled through the assembled aliens. The ethery representative pulsed brightly. "You propose to alter the very laws of causality." Sarah nodded, a glint of determination in her eye. "Exactly. We're going to rewrite the rules of this war." What followed was a plan so audacious, so utterly human in its blend of scientific brilliance and sheer audacity, that it left their allies stunned. Over the next weeks, fleets of stealth ships, crewed by the best pilots from a dozen species, seeded key strategic points with QEM devices. Each one was a node in a vast, invisible web that spanned the galaxy. As the network came online, the tide of battle began to shift in subtle, almost imperceptible ways. Harvester ships would inexplicably malfunction at crucial moments. Wormholes would open in exactly the right places for Allied forces to launch surprise attacks. It was as if the universe itself had turned against the cosmic parasites. But the true masterstroke was yet to come. Aboard the Singularity, Sarah stood before a massive quantum computer, its crystalline structure pulsing with otherworldly energy. "Initiate Project Ouroboros," she commanded. Dr. Reyes typed in a complex sequence of commands. "Creating a closed time-like curve," he announced, his voice tight with concentration. "If this works, we'll be sending information back in time to ourselves, creating a perfect strategic loop." The ship shuddered as reality itself seemed to bend around them. For a moment, it felt as if they existed in all moments at once, past, present, and future blurring into a single eternal now. When the disorientation passed, Sarah found herself staring at a tactical display that showed not just the current state of the war, but its entire history and future, laid out like a four-dimensional chess game. By the cosmic egg, breathed Zorax, the once hostile Conclave ambassador, now turned reluctant ally. "You've done it. You've broken time itself." Sarah allowed herself a small smile. "No, we've just learned to play by its rules. Now, let's end this war." What followed was a campaign of military brilliance that would be studied for millennia to come. The Ally fleet, guided by information from their own future, danced through space-time like master fencers. They were always one step ahead, striking at harvester weak points before they even formed, setting up domino effects that rippled across galaxies. The harvesters, for all their technological might, found themselves outmaneuvered at every turn. Their hive mind, once their greatest strength, became their undoing as the Allies exploited its predictable patterns. In a final climactic battle that stretched across multiple dimensions and timelines, the Allied fleet cornered the Harvester mothership. It was a construct of cosmic proportions, a living computer the size of a solar system. "All ships, concentrate fire on these coordinates," Sarah ordered, highlighting a specific point in the impossibly complex structure. "Dr. Reyes, prepare to overload the QEM network. We're going to create a singularity they can't escape." As weapons fire from 1,000 ships converged on a single point, the TUEM network pulsed with energy. Space-time itself began to warp and tear. In the last moments before the mothership was swallowed by the artificially induced black hole, a transmission came through. It was a jumble of code, emotions, and pure information, the death cry of a species that had terrorized the galaxy for eons. As the singularity collapsed in on itself, taking the last of the harvesters with it, a cheer went up across the Allied fleet. The war that had raged across time and space was finally over. In the aftermath, as the Allied races gathered to forge a new galactic order, humanity found itself at the center of a changed universe. Their unique blend of innovation, adaptability, and sheer determination had turned the tide in a war that had seemed unwinnable. Sarah Chen, hailed as the architect of victory, stood before the newly formed Galactic Council. "We came to the stars seeking knowledge and friendship," she said, her voice carrying across the vast chamber. "We found conflict and terror, but through it all, we discovered something greater, the power of unity, of diverse minds coming together to overcome impossible odds." She gestured to the assembled representatives of 100 alien races. "This is not the end of our journey, it's just the beginning. Together, we'll explore the mysteries of the cosmos, push the boundaries of science, and ensure that the light of consciousness continues to shine bright against the darkness of space." As the council chamber erupted in applause, Sarah's gaze drifted to the starfield visible through the massive viewport. Out there, countless worlds awaited discovery, new challenges to be faced, and wonders beyond imagination. Humanity had claimed its place among the stars, and the universe would never be the same again. Echoes of eternity, the cosmic archive. The quantum engines of the ESS Enigma hummed with anticipation as it approached the edge of known space. Captain Zara Chen, great-granddaughter of the legendary Admiral Sarah Chen, stood on the bridge, her eyes fixed on the swirling anomaly that filled the view screen. "Status report, Dr. Reyes," she commanded, her voice steady despite the tension that permeated the air. Dr. Aria Reyes, the latest in a long line of brilliant scientists to bear that name, looked up from her console. "The cosmic nexus is stable, Captain, but the readings, they're off the charts. It's like looking at the source code of the universe itself." The cosmic nexus, a massive multidimensional structure that defied conventional physics. Discovered in the aftermath of the Harvester War, it had become humanity's greatest challenge and opportunity. Many believed it held the key to unlocking the deepest secrets of existence. "All hands, prepare for nexus insertion," Zara announced, her fingers dancing across the neural interface embedded in her temple. "Activate the Mobius shield." The Enigma shuddered as an iridescent field enveloped the ship. It was humanity's latest breakthrough, a defensive system that looped time around the vessel, making it virtually invulnerable. As they plunged into the heart of the nexus, reality itself seemed to unravel. Colors that had no name in any language flashed across the view screen. The laws of physics bent and twisted like taffy. Suddenly, alarms blared across the bridge. "Unknown energy signature detected," shouted Lieutenant Kai, the ship's sensor officer. It's alive." Before anyone could react, a tendril of pure thought reached out from the chaos, touching the minds of every crew member simultaneously. In that instant, they saw everything. The birth of stars and the death of galaxies. The rise and fall of civilizations beyond counting. The grand tapestry of existence woven across billions of years. When the vision faded, the crew found themselves in a vast chamber that seemed to stretch into infinity. Surrounding them were countless crystalline structures, each pulsing with information. "By the cosmic egg," Dr. Reyes breathed, her eyes wide with wonder. It's an archive, the collected knowledge of every civilization that has ever existed in the universe." A figure materialized before them, a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting between different alien species. When it spoke, its voice resonated directly in their minds. "Welcome, children of Earth," it said, its tone both ancient and newborn. "We are the curators, keepers of the cosmic archive. For eons we have watched and waited, gathering the wisdom of countless races, and now, at long last, you have arrived." Captain Chen stepped forward, her posture a mix of awe and determination. "We come seeking knowledge and understanding," she said, echoing the words her great-grandmother had spoken so long ago. The curator's form rippled with what might have been amusement. "Oh, you'll find that here, young one. But more importantly, you'll find purpose. For you see, the universe is dying." Images flashed through their minds, entropy increasing, stars going dark, the very fabric of reality fraying at the edges. "The cycle is nearing its end," the curator continued. "But there is hope. In your species, we see the potential to break the cycle, to rewrite the cosmic story." Dr. Reyes' mind raced with the implications. "You're talking about universe-scale engineering, reversing entropy itself. It's impossible." The curator's form solidified slightly, taking on a more humanoid appearance. "Impossible. Your ancestors said the same about faster-than-light travel, about manipulating quantum reality. Yet here you stand, having achieved both and more." It gestured, and a section of the archive lit up. "Here you will find the collective knowledge of 1,000,000,000,000 civilizations, technologies beyond your wildest dreams, the secrets of creation itself." Captain Chen's eyes narrowed. "And what's the catch?" "There's always a catch." The curator's form flickered with what might have been approval. "Perceptive. Yes, there is a catch, as you put it. This knowledge comes with responsibility. To use it wisely, to become the guardians of life itself." It paused, its gaze seeming to pierce their very souls. "You stand at a crossroads, humanity. Will you accept this burden? Will you become the architects of a new cosmic order?" The crew of the Enigma exchanged glances. The weight of the decision pressed down on them like a physical force. They knew that their choice would alter the course of human history, indeed, the history of all life in the universe. Captain Chen took a deep breath, then stepped forward. "We accept," she said, her voice ringing with conviction. "Humanity has never shied away from a challenge. We'll face this one head-on, just like all the others." The curator's form pulsed with energy. "Then let the great work begin. You'll be the bridge between what was and what will be. The cosmic story is in your hands now." As the crew of the Enigma began to interface with the archive, absorbing knowledge that would reshape their understanding of reality, Captain Chen couldn't help but feel a sense of vertigo. They had come seeking answers, but had found a destiny beyond imagining. In the depths of the cosmic nexus, surrounded by the accumulated wisdom of eternity, humanity took its first steps towards becoming something more. Not just explorers or warriors, but cosmic architects, tasked with nothing less than the renewal of creation itself. The universe held its breath, waiting to see what these audacious primates from a small, blue world would do next. And in the grand tapestry of existence, a new thread began to shine brighter than all the rest, the story of humanity, rewriters of cosmic destiny. The quantum crucible, humanity's trial by fire. The halls of the cosmic archive hummed with activity as humanity began its grand endeavor. Holographic displays flickered with equations that would make even the most advanced AI processors overheat. Scientists from 1,000 worlds worked alongside ethereal beings of pure thought, all united in the monumental task of rewriting the laws of physics. Captain Zora Chen stood at the heart of it all, her neural implants interfacing directly with the archive's vast database. Information flooded her consciousness, the rise and fall of countless civilizations, the birth and death of universes, the very fabric of reality laid bare. "We've done it," Dr. Aria Reyes exclaimed, her eyes wide with excitement. "The entropy reversal engine is ready for its first test." The ERE, as it had come to be known, was humanity's boldest creation yet. A machine designed to manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe, to turn back the cosmic clock and breathe new life into dying stars. As the gathered beings watched with bated breath, Dr. Reyes initiated the activation sequence. Energy crackled through the air, reality itself seeming to bend and warp around the machine. For a moment, it seemed to work. A holographic display showed a distant, fading star suddenly flaring back to life, its core reigniting with the fury of creation. Then, everything went wrong. Alarms blared throughout the archive as the ERE's energy output spiraled out of control. It's creating a cascade effect, Reyes shouted over the chaos. The fabric of space-time is starting to unravel. Captain Chen's mind raced. They had been warned about the responsibilities that came with this knowledge, but they had never imagined it could go so catastrophically wrong so quickly. "Shut it down," she ordered, but it was too late. The ERE had tapped into something fundamental, something that refused to be contained. As reality itself began to fracture around them, a new presence made itself known. It manifested as a swirling vortex of darkness shot through with veins of blinding light, the physical embodiment of the cosmic balance they had sought to alter. "What have you done, children of Earth?" The voice resonated not just in their minds, but in the very atoms of their being. "Umeddly by the forces beyond you of COMPREENSION." The being, for lack of a better term, they decided to call it the cosmic arbiter, explained that the universe operated on a delicate balance. The entropy they sought to reverse was not just a force of destruction, but a necessary part of the cosmic cycle. In their haste to preserve life, they had nearly destroyed the very foundations of existence. "But perhaps," the arbiter continued, its tone softening slightly, "this goal is always meant to be a test to see if you are ready for the role you seek to claim." With that, the arbiter presented humanity with a challenge. To prove their worth as cosmic caretakers, they would have to undertake 3 trials of creation. The forge of stars, craft a new type of celestial body, one that could sustain life in ways never before imagined. The nexus of minds, create a galactic network of consciousness, linking all sentient beings in harmony without sacrificing individuality. The crucible of time, navigate the treacherous currents of temporal paradoxes to heal a wound in the fabric of space-time. "Succed," the arbiter boomed, "and you will haveneed your place as guardians of the cosmos. Fail, and all you who will be undone." As the arbiter's presence faded, leaving behind a shimmering gateway to the first trial, Captain Chen turned to her crew. The weight of not just humanity's fate, but that of all life in the universe, rested on their shoulders. "Well," she said, a wry smile playing on her lips despite the gravity of the situation, "I guess this is why they say be careful what you wish for. But humanity has never backed down from a challenge, and we're not about to start now." Dr. Reyes nodded, her eyes gleaming with determination. "We've got the knowledge of countless civilizations at our fingertips. If anyone can pass these trials, it's us." And so, with a mix of trepidation and excitement, humanity stepped into the forge of stars. The chamber they entered defied description, a swirling maelstrom of cosmic energies, primordial forces dancing in patterns too complex for the human mind to fully comprehend. As they began to work, manipulating these fundamental building blocks of the universe, they realized the true magnitude of their task. They weren't just creating a new type of star, they were reimagining the very concept of what celestial bodies could be. Ideas flowed freely, each more audacious than the last. What if they could create a star that existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously? Or one that could think, guiding its own evolution? Perhaps a network of interconnected microstars, forming a vast, living solar system. As they worked, they drew not just on the archive's vast knowledge, but on that uniquely human spark of creativity and intuition. They combined technologies and concepts in ways that had never been attempted before, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. Days blended into weeks, weeks into months. Time seemed to lose all meaning in this crucible of creation. But slowly, surely, something extraordinary began to take shape. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Captain Chen stepped back, gazing in awe at what they had wrought. Before them floated a celestial body unlike any the universe had ever seen. It pulsed with life, its surface a constantly shifting landscape of energy and matter. Within its core, entire ecosystems flourished, each one a testament to the limitless possibilities of life. As they marveled at their creation, the Arbiter's presence returned. Impressive, it intoned, its voice reverberating through reality. UATVPASSED first trial. But to moi await, ichiche moi che challenging than they last. The gateway shimmered once more, this time revealing a vast network of glowing strands, the entrance to the nexus of minds. Captain Chen squared her shoulders, facing this new challenge head-on. "We're ready," she declared, her voice filled with the indomitable spirit that had carried humanity to the stars. As they stepped through the gateway, leaving behind their newborn star, they knew that the greatest challenges and the greatest wonders still lay ahead. The fate of the cosmos hung in the balance, and humanity was determined to prove itself worthy of the mantle of cosmic guardians. Little did they know that their trials were about to take a turn that would challenge not just their intellect and creativity, but the very core of what it meant to be human. The singularity paradox, humanity's ultimate choice. The nexus of minds shimmered around Captain Zara Chen and her crew, a vast tapestry of interconnected consciousness. They had successfully navigated the challenge, creating a galactic network that united all sentient beings while preserving individual identity. It was a triumph of both technology and empathy, a testament to humanity's growth. But as they prepared to face the final trial, the crucible of time, an unexpected complication arose. "Captain," Dr. Aria Reyes called out, her voice tinged with concern. "I'm detecting an anomaly in the time stream. It's us, or rather, versions of us from different points in history." Before they could process this information, reality itself seemed to fracture. Suddenly, the chamber was filled with duplicates of the crew, past and future versions of themselves, each bearing the marks of their respective timelines. A battle-scarred Zara from a future where the trials had failed. A younger, idealistic Arya who had just joined the mission. Versions of crew members who had died, now standing before them alive and well. The cosmic arbiter's voice boomed through the chaos. "Behold, the sea warrior of time. To mend the wound in space-time, you must see on a front to your own past, present, and future. But behold, the choices you make here, while right ppla equos all realities." As the crew grappled with this mind-bending scenario, a new crisis emerged. The wound in space-time began to widen, threatening to unravel the entire universe. They had mere hours to find a solution before all of existence collapsed. The chamber erupted into a flurry of activity. Past, present, and future versions of the crew debated furiously, each bringing their unique perspective and knowledge to bear. "We need to use the entropy reversal engine," shouted a future Arya, her eyes wild with desperation. "No," countered Captain Chen. "We've seen the damage that can cause. There has to be another way." As the debate raged, Dr. Reyes noticed something peculiar. The wound in space-time seemed to react to their emotions and thoughts. The more they argued and divided, the wider it grew. "Wait," she called out, her voice cutting through the chaos. "I think I understand. This isn't just a test of our scientific knowledge. It's a test of our unity, of our ability to work together across time and space." Realization dawned on the gathered crew. They began to focus, not on their differences, but on the common thread that united them all, their shared humanity, their dedication to preserving life and understanding the cosmos. As they synchronized their thoughts and efforts, something extraordinary happened. The wound in space-time began to stabilize. The fractures in reality slowly knitted themselves back together. But just as victory seemed within reach, the cosmic arbiter presented them with one final terrible choice. You hei provn, your salve is worthy, it intoned. But the cosmic balance demands a sacrifice. To afiloloi heal the woundy, and clam your pilaci, as guardians of the cosmos, you must choose. 3 options materialized before them. Erase humanity's past, removing their influence from history, but preserving their future potential. Sacrifice their future, allowing humanity to keep its past achievements, but ending their cosmic journey here. Merge all versions of humanity across time into a singular cosmic consciousness, losing individual identity but gaining unimaginable power and knowledge. The weight of this decision pressed down on them like a physical force. Each option came with profound consequences, not just for humanity, but for the entire universe. Captain Chen looked around at the versions of her crew from across time. In their eyes, she saw the same struggle, the same determination that had carried humanity from its first tentative steps on Earth to this moment at the edge of cosmic transcendence. No, she said finally, her voice quiet but filled with conviction. We reject these options. Humanity's strength lies in our diversity, in our ability to learn from our past and strive for a better future. We won't sacrifice any part of what makes us human. She turned to address the arbiter directly. We choose a 4th path. We'll face whatever challenges come our way as we always have, together, adapting, growing, but always remaining true to our core values. For a moment, silence reigned. Then slowly, a sound like cosmic laughter began to echo through the chamber. Well done, Cildorian of Earth, the arbiter's voice rang out, filled with what could only be described as pride. You AKVPASSED, the final test. True wisdom lies not in having all the answers, but in knowing evaluate and TOQESTIO and the choices PRESENT. Reality shimmered, and the crew found themselves back in the cosmic archive, but it was changed, infused with a new energy. The knowledge of countless civilizations now thrummed in harmony with the unique spark of human creativity and determination. As the arbiter's presence faded, it left them with one final message. The path ahead is long and filled with challenges, yet unimagined. But you have a PRVN, your self is worthy stewards of the cosmic legacy. Go forth, explore, create, and shape the next great age of the universe. Captain Zara Chen looked out at the vast expanse of the cosmos, now alive with new possibilities. Humanity had faced its greatest trial and emerged not just victorious, but transformed. They were no longer just explorers or conquerors, but true cosmic citizens, ready to shape the destiny of all existence. As the ESS Enigma prepared to embark on its next journey, Zara couldn't help but smile. The universe was vast and full of wonders, and humanity's greatest adventure was just beginning. Where to next? Dr. Reyes asked, her eyes shining with excitement. Zara's grin widened. Everywhere, she replied. We've got a universe to explore, civilizations to meet, and wonders to discover. The cosmic story is in our hands now. Let's make it a tale worth telling. And with that, humanity set forth into a new era of cosmic exploration and stewardship, their indomitable spirit and newfound wisdom lighting the way towards a future brighter than any star.